course my shoes aren't down here.
Welcome to the post-chapter 2021 week 12 results.
Come on, I'll take it.
And now, this is it. This is the last week is done. Which means we can now which is why I built this coming season schedule already. Which means we get to see when your game streams will be played, whatever day it will be. But remember, I chose it randomly. So expect anything. In the week 12 results. Alright, let's get on with it. This is the. Oh wait, that shouldn't be these. I forgot to delete these. The all 12 themes for the next chapter. Pay attention to this one. Nope. Pay attention to this one over here, as this one's coming up in about maybe 4 days. It is going to be Molten Lavascape. I wish there was that much lava in where we were earlier. So yeah, those are all 12 season themes. Here's all the bonus stream schedule for the next year as well. Question, are you going to play Golden SMP later? Yes, during third period. So, YouTube, on Saturdays we have YouTube Battles, which is, again, our show that we recently crowned a champion a couple weeks ago. And that champion was, on Roblox Spin 123. On Sunday, it is going to be Viewer's Choice, and these are all dependent on all the choices that are on the list that you guys suggested in the last 12 weeks. Which there will be a list of them later throughout the presentation. So stay tuned if you want to see what all the viewers' choice representations are. Mondays are live vlog streams, which means we're going to be vlogging on those Mondays, and that's when that will do that. On Tuesdays, it's huge sports talk. On days with huge sports talks, we're going to be talking about every sport that's active. Speaking of which, your leagues are at risk again, thanks to Omicron. Especially the NHL, as they've postponed the most games ever, to the point where there's probably going to be no hockey left. On Wednesdays is music development. We will be developing songs on those days, and It's gonna be a great time. Each day would be a different song. And we get to see what we come up with. Thursdays is reactions. Dependent on the day, also determines. Dependent on the. There's gonna be a cycle between a couple of things. There is. There's going to be 4 shows that get played on the reaction channel. Or not the reaction channel, on the reaction on Thursdays. Which there's going to be... one of them is going to be Fail Army. Another's going to be People Are Awesome. Another's Pet Collective. And then finally is The Weather Spy. And what if we have an extra Thursday, then we will probably reserve it for something else. On Fridays is Channel 96 News, and on those days, we will be talking about the news of gaming. So yeah, that's what that's going to be. All right, the 12th round pick for Conference 1 goes to Doodle Jump. And Doodle Jump 2. Well, we might as well do Doodle Jump 2 since it's the most recent one. This game, it was popular when phones first came out around a while ago. Or at least smartphones that played games. And for the Conference 2 12th round pick, let's just say there was a 4-way tie between Rocket League Sideswipe, that level again, Fun Run 3, and Morty Pocket Morty. There was a 4-way tie between all 4 of those games. So we had to randomly select one of those 4 games to be put in the schedule. And that game is Rocket League Sideswipe. Congratulations to Rocket League Sideswipe for getting in last minute. Now the battle will really start in a couple of days when we get to Season 1. The 24 games will battle it out in the first season to try to survive. As the 2 conferences fight in different groups. As Conference 1 and 2 are going to be different when it comes to games. Alright, moving on. Here is the full game map. All 12 of them are now available. As we have in Conference 1, we have Call of Duty Mobile, which I know some people are excited for this game because I've seen some streamers play it today as well on Omlet. Speaking of Omlet, one of my viewers was streaming but fell asleep in the middle of their stream and started snoring. I remember that too. So when I tuned in, I heard. So yeah, that's that. The second game in Conference 1, or no, we'll go side to side. The first game in Conference 2 ended up going to Minecraft, aka 2021 Game of the Year. Minecraft is a really, really fun game, and it's actually doing us very, very good in December on Omlet Arcade, to the point where I might need to make more awards for all the Omlet Arcade stuff. But there's no analytics for Omelet, I don't think. So, moving on to the second round pick of Conference 1 is Among Us. Among Us recently had an update that changed the game pretty much. There's now a total of 6 roles in the game. You got the regular innocent, called the crewmate. You have the regular imposter as well. But now there's a couple of other new ones, like there's 3 new ones for the good side and a new one for the bad side as well. As there is the one of them is the for the good side, you got the scientist, which can see all people's vitals at all times. So if someone dies, that player will know that player has died. You got the engineer, which is basically a crewmate, but can vent, which means you can no longer accuse people of being imposters just because they vent. Yeah, that era is over. So that's probably going to make it even trickier to find the imposter. Because, well, now you can't tell by that anymore. And the third role that went to the good side is the guardian angel. You can only use this if you are dead. If you are dead and you have this role, you can protect players from getting killed by the imposter just by simply going near them and using the action for that player. Hopefully their speed is a lot slower than the imposter, because that's kind of a little OP, to be honest. And the new bad side, aka the imposter's team role that's on there, is called the shapeshifter. If you are a shapeshifter, if you kill someone, you can morph into their body and become that color, making Among Us a lot different. Alright, moving on to the second pick for Conference 2 is Doom. Doom is a game where you shoot enemies and they die. There is several ways you can play the game. You can either play on the easiest difficulty, just to see what the levels look like and kill everything. You could play on Nightmare Mode and have a very bad time and get killed over and over again, or you could just pick anything else and you would have a challenge that isn't OP. So yeah, In Doom, you can't look upwards or downwards, but in return, you can shoot anything that's in front of your crosshair on the y-axis as well. So, let's say the cursor is below an enemy that's directly above the cursor. You can shoot the enemy like that. The third pick for the conference one is PUBG. PUBG is a game where it's a battle royale game that's been out for a couple of years. And it's basically you drop on a map with 99 other players and you fight to the death. I think it's 99. I think it's 100 players total, right? Some games could change. Some games are different. And yeah, that's that. And the third round pick for Conference 2 went to Geometry Dash. Notice, if we cannot play Geometry Dash, we will end up playing a different game that will be determined by the fans. Because Geometry Dash has an ongoing issue where if you try to play the game, it simply crashes. But Geometry Dash is a game that's been that has been selected as Game of the Year for 2020. And you basically just try not to hit an obstacle by any means necessary. And I believe there's 7 different vehicles you can use. You have the regular square, which jumps. The ship, which just flies up and down. The ball, which changes gravity whenever you tap on it and goes up and down. You have the UFO, which is basically a thing where you have to tap. It's like the ship, but you have to tap to go up all the time, not just hold. Speaking of which, we're going to try G-Dash now and see if it works. If I can find it. Unless if I uninstalled it. Oh, I must have uninstalled it. Let me re-download it. Because it's important to test this one game out. To see if it works. Because it's getting to the point where, well, are you sure Geometry Dash should really be there if it's not going to work, basically? Of course, it's going to do this dumb crap again. Last update. Oh, wait, this is light. That was light. It always pops up with light first and it confuses me. Dang it downloaded. I don't want it. Don't want the light version. And it still does. It still does it. Yep, it's an endless cycle. A game that's still broken and has been broken for months. Alright, moving on. 4th round pick for Conference 1 went to Clash of Clans. Now, I've been playing that game for quite some time now, and I'm currently at Town Hall 6. Right now I would have my 3rd builder active right now, but I didn't have enough money to buy one of the upgrades I needed. So, I only have 2 of my builders working right now. And I would have attacked, but my dumbest behind self forgot to train an army. So, yeah. That's what's happened. That's the reality of that. But Clash of Clans is basically a game where you have a base. You build a base so it can protect itself. And it also not is just about defending, it's also about attacking too. You also get to build an army to make it through to the enemy base and get yourself 3 stars. Or a single star if you can't get 3 stars. But to earn at least 1 star, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can either destroy the town hall, or you could destroy 50% of the of all the buildings. Either way, it's considered a win if you win at least 1 star, and a loss if you earn none. And finally, the 4th pick in this Conference 2 goes to Retro Bowl. Retro Bowl is a sports football game where you can create your own team if you have VIP mode like I do, by changing the names and all that kind of stuff. But it's a game where you basically become a football GM and try to manage a football team.
Maverick, get out of there. Maverick.
And it's not going to be easy. Dependent on the difficulty you choose, actually. What is that, Maverick? That's not food, Maverick. No. That's an eraser. Erasers are not food. I don't know where you found that. Anyways, moving on. The 5th pick in Conference 1 is Genshin Impact. Now, I don't know much about this game because I've never played it in my entire life. But Genshin Impact is a game where, it's a anime-styled storyline kind of game. The 5th round pick in Conference 2 went to Roblox. Another favorite of the runner-up of this year went to them. And Roblox is basically a game where you get to play other people's games. It's basically like a game inside a game inside a game inside a game. There's like millions of games on there. Some of them are good, some of them are boring, and some of them are just, I don't even know. But I'm pretty sure there's something you might like on that platform, as there's a lot of things on there. Moving on to Conference 1, 6th round pick, Free Fire. Free Fire is a battle royale game that may be smaller than the rest of the battle royale games, because you will be battling 49 other players rather than 99 other players, if you're doing solo at least. So there's only going to be like 50 players on that map at a time. And you're basically fighting to win. Moving on to Conference 2, 6th round pick, Clash Royale, a strategy game where you choose the right cards and deck to destroy your opponent's castles. It's not easy for me because I always lose, and I'm still in Division 4. I'm still in Arena 4 as we speak. I never left that arena for months, so expect to stop there if you're playing. At least for me, I can never get out of that arena, and it's such annoying. Because it's always I lose one, I win one, I lose one, I win one, I lose one, I lose... Maybe sometimes I go, I lose one, win two, lose two. It's all over the place. It's just chaos for me. Moving on to Conference 1, 7th round pick, Brawl Stars. Brawl Stars is a game where you have a certain brawler that you can choose, depending on how the map is. And then you basically brawl other players. And yeah, Blinks is stuck in Arena 12. I'm stuck in Arena 4. I'm terrible at the game, so yeah, that's probably it. And basically, in Brawl Stars, there's several modes. There is gem grab, which is basically you fight and grab gems. The first team to get 10 gems wins, but they have to hold it for 15 seconds before the game ends. Then there's their own Battle Royale, which is well, it's the smallest Battle Royale I ever played because it only has 10 players in it, including yourself. But the Battle Royale lasts very, very short period of time. It doesn't last long at all. Fun fact, there are 3 Supercell games. Well, actually, there's more than that, actually. There's currently 5, and another one. There's actually a 6th game, but it's not created by Supercell, but you can have Supercell accounts with it, which is a rhythm game. So they have Heyday, Boom Beach, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, and Brawl Stars. And we have 3 of the Supercell games on here. And in 2, they're coming up with 3 new Supercell games as well, which one of them is Clash Quest, another is Clash Mini, and the third one is Clash Heroes. So, in other words, the Clash world is expanding once again. So there's 2 Supercell games in Conference 1 and 1 Supercell game in Conference 2. Alright, moving on to Conference 2, 7th round pick, also known as the 3rd place game of this year, I think. Or was it 4th? I think it was 3rd, I'm not sure. FIFA Mobile. A game where it's basically soccer, but on your phone. You can kick a ball and get it in a goal. And sadly, you can't choose what team you play as. Instead, you just have your username. In order to get the team you want, you have to physically grind on getting players and getting money, especially if you are a fan of the more popular leagues. Thankfully, my favorite team is not in a popular league, so it's cheaper. But I still didn't get my team yet. I ended up getting Nashville, a team that was supposed to win against the New York Red Bulls, but because they tied with them, we missed the playoffs because of them. Yeah, not too happy about that. But then I also have Houston, which Houston sucks at soccer right now. And I also have Cincinnati, or I should say Mid-Cincinnati, because they suck too. I'm sorry if you guys are fans of those teams, but you pretty much know you guys are not that good at your teams are not that good compared to the rest of the teams like New England Revolution or the New York City Football Club or teams. Yeah, another thing that surprised me is the LA Galaxy missed the playoffs too. I don't know what happened to them. Something in the Western Conference. So yeah. Moving on. 8th round pick in Conference 1 is Golden's favorite game on his channel, Pokemon Go. He used to upload this game all the time, but now it's our turn. Pokemon Go is basically a game where you are technically supposed to walk walk and get Pokemon, but the thing is, I don't know how I'm going to stream it because I can't really just leave. So it's going to be just our house, the woods, and that's it. So, yeah, we'll see what happens in a period of time when we do that.
Molly Crate. Molly Crate. Maverick Crate.
Moving on to Conference 2 8th round pick. It goes to Subway Surfers. Subway Surfers has been a popular game since I was in elementary school, and it still kind of is. Subway Surfers is a game where you are a character who's trying to run the farthest distance in the world without hitting any trains, obstacles, or any stupid things that come in the way. There's also score multipliers, which kind of make the game unfair for beginners. But once you get used to it, you get higher multipliers, you can beat more people. Moving on to Conference 1 9th pick, Angry Birds 2. This game, I played it about once or twice.
Didn't I actually going to get a chance to throw this stuff away this morning? Had a chance.
The game is basically, well, you fling birds into a tower to try to knock it down. Some levels are going to be easy, others are not. Sometimes I'm probably going to end up raging if this game stays on the list for long periods of time. And yeah, there's all kinds of things. And I'll be right back. I'm going to go throw this outside. And we're back. Moving on. Second round pick, Conference 2 9th round pick went to Creative Destruction. A game that's, well, has the same properties of Fortnite, except, well, on mobile-ish, and it's kind of what we like to call scuffed Fortnite. At least that's what Lockwood says, because it basically is. And it's basically a game where you, again, fight to the death. Last one standing wins. Or team, depending on the mode you play. Conference 1, 10th round pick is Mobile Legends, which is a 5-on-5 game where Pokemon Go basically... No, not Pokemon Go. Mobile Legends is a game... It's a 5-on-5 game where the goal is to destroy the enemy's main hub thing, whatever they call it. I don't know. I've never played the game before, but I've seen footage of it. And whoever does it first wins. Usually games can last very long.
I'm getting into Eris's mango. Jeremiah sent me a video. Why he run into Eris, I guess, over at... She at a trampoline park or something today?
I guess. She always goes there with her brother. That's the main reason she goes there.
He's like, I found this person.
Moving on to
Lord,
Conference
have mercy. I
2.
can't get away from this child.
Moving on to Conference 2, 10th round pick is Five Nights at Freddy's, which I'll have to get an Apple Card for that. Which I know I can do that because I can order it. But it's basically a game where you have to check everything to make sure you don't die.
I know. I'm waiting for you to be dead.
And yeah, it's a kind of the game that can jump scare you if you are younger, especially. Moving on to Conference 1, 11th round pick, probably my least favorite on the entire schedule, Candy Crush Saga. This game is a game where you basically swipe match 3 to get points. There's a bunch of different objectives. The bad news is you get 5 lives. If you fail 5 times, I'm going to be stuck there streaming doing absolutely nothing. At least that's how it was last time I played it when I was a kid. Moving on to another fun game, Conference 2's 11th pick, 8-ball pool. 8-ball pools are basically 8-ball or 9-ball or whatever you want to play on there. And I'm actually not that bad at it. There should one day be a league for 8-ball. I don't know. Or make it to where there's such thing as a car-powered 8-ball pool. But kind of like Rocket League soccer. But 8-ball pool version. That would be cool.
That sounds dangerous.
I'm talking about a video game.
Oh.
That would be a fun thing. Like you could just call it, you should call it 8-ball league. Alright, moving on to Conference 1, 12th round pick, which we announced earlier, Doodle Jump. Where you jump as a little character to try to get a high score. I'll probably be having fun during that. If I fall, I'm probably going to rage. And yeah, that's that. And then finally, the Conference 2 12th round pick probably doesn't deserve to be on that list because this game is probably going to be better than some of the other games. Rocket League Sideswipe. Rocket League Sideswipe is basically the same as Rocket League. What? Oh. Rocket League Sideswipe is basically a game kind of like Rocket League, except 2D and on your phone.
Rocket League's on mobile.
Yes, I said that. I'm talking about the game right now. In Rocket League Sideswipe, there's 3 game modes. You can do Showdown, which is a 1v1. There is Doubles, which is 2v2. And then there's Hoops, which is also 2v2. And sadly, they do not have a casual mode. So if you want to play the game, you have to play on competitive mode in the leagues. Rather than on original Rocket League game where there's casual mode and then there's competitive mode. The only real practice you can get is by playing against the AI or just doing practice mode or just redoing the tutorial, which is useless to do because most of the thing I know how to do all those things. So yep, here is the charts for season 1 for conference 1 and 2, and then the format. Something's not on here. I'll show you guys later. The schedule should have been displayed. I don't know why it wasn't. Things suggested to react to. New ones is TikTok stuff. We're going to be doing this on YouTube. Song remixes, Ultra Shorts, and Clash of Clans. And the album name winner goes to Ultra Fury, as that will be the name of the second album. I'll have to design a cover for it, just like I did with the first one for the album called Pizza.
You're such a mad word, and he got up. Why would you? Now he's whining!
That's what the name of the album is. That didn't mean to.
Now he thinks we have it.
We don't.
You said the cursed word.
I was talking about my album.
He's a crackhead. No, Maverick.
Moving on, samples we'll make songs with. We have 4, and the last one is for the 12th song, Clash of Clans opening song, Life is Music, Devil's Order, whatever that is, and TK the Race, I think. And then things suggested to do in vlogs, nothing new. And the YouTube battles upper class final selection goes to Dan TDM.
Who said the Pizza word and Maverick went crackhead mode?
I mean, you can make the album cover. That will work too. And yeah, that's the end of the presentation. I'm going to show you guys the schedule. I thought I put it on here, but I didn't. Here it is. That's season 1 schedule for chapter 2022. As you can see, we only have 2 holiday streams next month, and that is New Year's Day and Martin Luther King Jr.'s Day. Schools will be out on both of those days, so expect full live streams on both of them. In week 1, we have the Minecraft holiday stream, Rocket League Sideswipe, Five Nights at Freddy's, Doom, Among Us, Call of Duty Mobile, and Retro Bowl. Week 2, we have Roblox, Subway Surfers, 8-Ball Pool, Pokemon Go, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, and Minecraft. Week 3, we have Geometry Dash, Free Fire, the Call of Duty Mobile holiday stream, Brawl Stars, Doodle Jump, FIFA Mobile, and Genshin Impact. Week 4, we have Candy Crush Saga, Angry Birds 2, Creative Destruction, Mobile Legends, PUBG, Doom's second playing, Among Us is second playing, Call of Duty Mobile's second playing, and Minecraft's second playing. Well, actually, no. Remove Call of Duty from the list. That's not week 4. In overtime, we have 3 overtime days next season, and that is going to be for Call of Duty Mobile, Minecraft, and Geometry Dash. Note, the 2 Geometry Dash days we have can be replaced by any other game, because if we do not have an option to play the game, if it crashes like it always does. So it's an exciting schedule. Now, notice that we play higher seed games more than once. That's because they're more popular and they were voted first out of the rest of them. As the higher seed games get played more. For the number 1 seed in both conferences, they get to be played each 3 times. Twice in the regular part and once in the holiday streams. which holiday streams have a different rule set where it's a long, very, very long Omelette Arcade stream. Obviously, Flex will come before the Omelette Arcade stream, but they're very, very long streams. Second, for the second seed in conferences 1 and 2, and the third seed in conference 3. In the third seed for conference 2, they will get played twice. This includes Geometry Dash, Among Us, and Call of Duty Mobile, as those 3 games were high ranked on that. And then all the rest and the other 19 games will be played once in the season, and then after that, their continuation is determined by the fans. If your game gets dead last in each conference, it's not coming back for the rest of the year. I hope you guys know that. So, vote wisely whenever I release the polls later this year. Not this year, later in next month. And that's basically all I have. If you guys are ready for Season 1, subscribe, and we'll see you guys during third period.